Oh, well, hey, man. It's Jamie, that's me here. Welcome back to my channel, honey. Let's go ahead and talk about these Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. Let's get into it. All right, y'all. First up on the quick chat, honey, let's talk about Miss Crystal Minkoff. Okay, she's the newest member to Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. So she got a chance, to sit down with a podcast, and they asked her some questions and stuff. So I'm reading right now from Reality Blurb. So I want to hop into it. Let me go ahead and read the headline to you guys. Okay, it says Crystal Kong Minkoff she speaks on why Lisa Vanderpump should not return to Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. Okay, she also speaks on nearly quitting the show and what surprised her about Ericka. Okay, so let's go ahead and hop into that. She says during a recent podcast appearance, Crystal spoke about what surprised her the most about Ericka Jayne before sharing why she does not want to see Lisa Vanderpump return to Bravo reality show and revealing what she learned and gushing over her favorite part of her new gig. Okay, now because Ericka was facing the legal hardships amid filming, Crystal was surprised that she did not quit. So that's what Crystal was surprised about. She go on to say, I could not believe every day I showed up, she was there. I was very surprised, Crystal said, okay? She also goes on to say, I think that's why all of us were like, we're very impressed that you're here. I don't think I could do it. Every day that she showed up this season, I was like, wow. Well, girl, listen, I feel Crystal on that. I probably wouldn't have been able to show up, but let me tell you something, honey. When all your coins is being dried up, you have no choice but to show up. Okay. And I feel like with Ericka, it was going to be a damned if you do, damned if you don't. Okay. If she didn't show up, we was going to drag her for not showing up, for not letting us into this part of her life. Right. And now she showed up. We still was going to drag her for letting us into this part of her life. So I feel like if you going to go through it and get dragged either way it go, then why not just go ahead and get a check for it? Okay, so I don't blame Ericka for coming back. Okay, now let's go ahead and read on. Now, while some Real Housewives of Beverly Hills cast members grew concerned about the legal ramifications they could face due to their interactions with Ericka, Crystal said she was not worried about being called to court and added that she hopes Ericka will return for season 12 as she deserves a spot. Yes, I think Ericka does deserve a spot. As long as this stuff is going on, I want to see what's going on with Ericka. So yes, I agree. Ericka should definitely get a spot on a next season show. When it comes to Crystal, Crystal says that she wasn't worried, as expected. Crystal, I feel like you haven't been around long enough. Okay, you haven't been in the weeds enough with Miss Ericka to really be concerned, right, about your brand. I feel like you were new, you were coming in, getting affiliated, learning the ladies and stuff like that. So I mean, I could see why Crystal, being new to the group, could feel like, hey, I'm not worried. You know what I'm saying? Now, unless these other ladies had some type of financial dealings or something with Miss Ericka, which is why they was worried. And I guess, girl, y'all been around the longest, so I kind of understand why Miss Crystal was not worried, right? So let's go on. Okay. Also, as for who else she hopes to see on season 12, Crystal says she's not on board with Lisa Vanderpump's return. Now, y'all know I was not watching the show at the time while Lisa Vanderpump was on the show. So please chime down below and let me know y'all thoughts on Miss Lisa Vanderpump. Okay. Is she somebody to like or somebody to not like? Y'all got to let me know y'all thoughts. Okay. Now, she goes on to say, not Lisa Vanderpump. Not you throwing shade already, girl. Let us go ahead and continue to read this, girl. Okay. Now, Crystal replied after being asked about the future cast. Okay. The girls seem to have a lot of issues with her. So this is why Crystal does not want to see Lisa Vanderpump back on the show. Okay. She said instead she would like to see more like-minded people like Elaine Davidson and Yolanda Hadid. All right. Now, looking back at her time on Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, Crystal said filming her debut season was really hard. And she had very serious conversations about quitting at the start. I can believe it. I feel like she probably would have quitted based on the racial conversation that happened with Sutton. And she felt like, okay, these girls is not going to get me. If it's going to be these racial undertones, girl, I'm not going to be able to do it because I'm going to be snapping off on everybody. And I think also with the whole, the body issue that she's dealt with such a long time. Maybe she probably didn't want to get judgment for that, so she wanted to back out. But let's continue to read on, right? So she goes on to say, it just wasn't the start and the tone that I wanted, and it was very challenging for me. This really threw me for a loop. It really messes with you emotionally, but through that, there's a massive growth experience, okay? Now, amid that growth, Crystal came to the realization that she needed to gain the ability to decompress more quickly and process things more quickly. I can imagine the first season being very rough because it's a new environment for you, right? I feel like, you know, as much as I feel like I'm very quick with it, you know what I'm saying? Quick with it. But I feel like some things probably would have caught me off guard. This is like a new environment. I'm not used to this. These are always cameras around. I feel like they're watching my every move. So I understand it probably took some adjusting for her to get to, right? She goes on to say the stuff with Sutton. I'm reactionary. I don't look back on my feelings as not real. They're extremely real. I just would have taken a step back because I would have liked to have gotten to a better place with her quicker, right? Understand that. I understand what Miss Crystal is. Girl, I get it. I understand, you know, being reactionary as well. I feel like I was a lot of reactionary, you know what I'm saying, back in the earlier days. Now I do feel like I think about things sometimes, and sometimes I'm a little more reactionary very quickly, and then I sit back and I think, I'm like, I ain't have to be that mean or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So, girl, it would definitely take some adjustment for me if I was on reality. So I understand her, okay? She also goes on to say that, you know, despite the struggles, Crystal said that the kind messages she received from the fans definitely made it all worth it because we like Crystal, right? I liked Crystal. I was enjoying her when she first came in. Now, when she started to lean over there towards Miss Ericka, girl, instead of just sitting back and continuing to observe like you did the whole middle of the season, honey, then you know what I'm saying, you was teetering the line. But for the most part, I like Crystal, okay? And she definitely strikes me as a person that if she feels a way, she's going to speak on it and she's going to say it and it's going to be what it's going to be. She's not going to withhold. And I feel like when I watch this show, and I'm probably going to repeat this towards the end, as I watch these white women and Crystal, I feel like they're able to say whatever they want very quickly. And I feel like the same space should be given to Garcelle to snap off if she needs to. She don't have to dog cuss nobody out, but sometimes I want to see her get with Dorit, get with her, get with some of these ladies. I think she's highly careful about how she presents herself to these ladies and on this show and to the fans. And I definitely understand it because she has a career far beyond Real Housewives, right? Before and I'm sure after. But sometimes I want to see her, you know, kind of get with these ladies. But outside of that, let's go ahead and finish reading, wrapping this up. She says the best thing is the nice messages that come from the young girls, Asian girls, or any girls of color who say how much representation matters to them, especially the Asian girls, okay? There's no Asian people on TV. There's no one that looks like me, at least not on the Real Housewives franchise, right? We don't really see that. But there was another show y'all really can get into, honey. I think it was called The Bling Empire over there on Netflix. If y'all trying to see some Asians, baby, that was a good show right there, honey. I hope they bring it right on back because these people was living way better than the ladies over there on Beverly Hills, honey. These people had a on, and I'm trying to find me some friends, okay? So y'all call me, girl. Call me, okay? Let's go ahead and transition over to something else, honey. Let's talk about Miss Kyle Richards. Girl, I went to go see Halloween, and I know that was Kyle in that movie. I went to go see Halloween Kills, and I knew it was Kyle. And y'all know how I feel about Kyle on Beverly Hills. I was like, girl, you can go and get her, Michael. Get her. Michael, get her. But he didn't get her, girl. Oh, I just gave y'all a little spoiler alert. He didn't get her, but I wanted him to get her at the time that I wanted him to get her, and he didn't get her at the time that I wanted him to get her. But anyway, let's go ahead and move on because I want to read this article real quick from Reality Blurb, okay? Now, Kyle Richards is what they're saying, says that she'll eventually quit Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. Why? I don't believe this. I'm sorry. I will eventually quit. I do not believe this. Again, this is the headline. We'll get into the story. I don't believe nothing that she says, okay? That's just where I'm at with that, okay? I believe she also offers an update on her friendship with Miss Ericka Jayne. I hope that is non-existent at this point, the way you was teetering the line, girl. But let's keep going. Kyle Richards just wrapped production on Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, and already she's being faced with questions about her potential exit from the show. Now, during a new interview, the longest running cast member of the series spoke about her her future on Bravo before dishing on the upcoming Peacock special. Okay, y'all know that spinoff is coming up, The Ultimate Girls Trip. I'm gonna tune into it, see what it's gonna be like. It looks like Miss Kenya is going to have to gather somebody, and I think she may be gathering Miss Lisa Vanderpump. We gonna see, or what's that Ramona they said? Girl, we gonna see. We gonna get into it. We gonna watch it. Okay. Now she also goes on to reveal where she stands with Miss Ericka Jayne. Now, she says, every year I think, oh, it's a given, but you kind of wait and see how you feel. And then, they start bringing it up again to see where your head's at. I've been here a long time. Okay. Eventually, I'm going to have to walk away. Now, when I hear the statement, I read the statement, it makes me feel like, Kyle, that probably would honestly be your best bet to walk away before you have Bravo tell you to leave, right? Before you let Bravo make the decision to say, girl, you got to go. Your contract's up. I think it would behoove her to make the decision for herself to say, hey, I'm going to go ahead and skip out. So that way you kind of leaving the door open. You probably can always come back. And even if they boot you out, you still have the door open to where you can always come back. But I feel like it's just better for you to make the decision than for them to make the decision for you. But at the same time, I don't believe Miss Kyle, girl. She's been in charge of the girls for a very long time over there at Beverly Hills. So IDK. All right. She says, sometimes I think I'd rather hang out with Michael Myers than these girls. Not you hanging out with Michael, girl. You can't hang with. Let me keep going. Okay. She says, I mean, it can be pretty scary. They actually give more anxiety than Michael Myers. When I was filming Halloween, I never felt tired. And then I'd fly back to LA to shoot The Housewives, and I would be so tired and crying and fighting. Yeah, it brings out more. It brings out more shooting with the ladies. But let's be honest, Miss Kyle, girl, you act like you was really in the scene in the movie that long. Girl, if I add up the amount of minutes, girl, you was there for 15 minutes. Okay. But I do understand that, when you're filming these scenes, even if you're in the movie for like 15 minutes or however long, girl, you be there all day. Okay, them call times be like 12 hours. Okay, you lucky if you get 8. 12 to 14, you be there like for a very long time. Okay, throughout the whole night, as soon as it hitting dark. Okay, especially for that, you working overnight. So your schedule is already off. If you're used to let's say you ain't booked in 3 months and you done got used to a certain schedule where you going to sleep at 7 or whatever, girl, that's dead. You got to get up. So I can understand the stress that it may bring. And I also understand, girl, it's more wear and tear over here with these ladies and rehashing the same conversations, and Miss Kyle over here producing and everything, pulling out stories. Sutton, I need you to talk. Ericka, how are you feeling about this? Kyle be over there overworking, honey. So I understand why she be over there overly stressed out as well. Okay. What else she talked about? She talked about how things are stressful. She said that was the most exhausting thing she's ever done, because when they're filming, she said she think it was like 9 days and there's basically no breaks. Okay. So that's why she gets stressed out. What else? She says that it's a very different format when they do Beverly Hills. Understood. I definitely believe it's a different format. Okay. She says a lot of questions were answered during the reunion. This is her speaking on the reunion. Okay. She says, because it was really confusing for all of us. Obviously, I knew that Ericka was upset with me because I had questions. It was confusing. Some of the things that were said and seen upset her. So we dealt with that at the reunion, but we're okay now. Y'all, just okay. That's it. I don't think it's anything more, anything less. I feel like with Ericka, she can leave you or she can take you for the moment, right? Because y'all know how Ericka get when she in her feelings and stuff. So I think that you may think that y'all are, well, you said okay. So I will hope that you don't think that you guys are good. I think that you guys are just that, in all caps, okay, right? And that was pretty much it. That's pretty much everything that she talked about in this article. Y'all let me know y'all thoughts and comments down below on where you think Kyle and Ericka are with their friendship. And if you truly believe that Kyle is actually going to quit at some point, do you think it's going to be a Kyle decision or a Bravo decision? Let me know your thoughts and comments down below, and we'll go ahead and skip over to Miss Ericka, because we have to talk about Ericka Jayne, honey, because guess what? It's looking like, and again, this is coming from Reality Blurb, okay? Bravo producers are being subpoenaed for unaired Ericka Jayne footage as Real Housewives of Beverly Hills producer speaks, okay? And Ericka's salary is also revealed. Child, let's go ahead and get into it now. The ongoing legal drama surrounding Ericka Jayne doesn't appear to be ending anytime soon, okay? As Ericka's estranged husband, Tom Girardi, stands accused of embezzling over $20 million from his former clients, Ericka finds herself facing a number of different lawsuits along with Thomas, including including a $25 million lawsuit, which claims he funneled that amount from his law firm into Ericka's LLC in order to help boost her career. Okay, a report then broke down how she allegedly spent that money, including $14 million in charges on an Amex card, okay, an American Express card, okay, over the period of what like 10 years or whatnot. Now, last week, the New York Times published a story regarding the legal woes and shared some major bombshells, including the revelation that a subpoena was sent to the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills producers seeking footage that involves Ericka. Girl, this here is a mess, honey. Edelson, I hope I said that right. Jay Edelson is suing both Ericka and Tom over missing money belonging to orphans and widows of plane crash victims. Sent a civil subpoena last week to Evolution Media. This is the production company that produces Beverly Hills. Okay, the subpoena is requesting unaired recordings that may depict Ericka speaking about anything that could be helpful in their hunt for assets. So this is what Miss Ericka is dealing with at this time, girl. They is definitely trying to take Miss Ericka Jayne down through there. I really hope that her contract was good. I hope that Miss Ericka has enough coin for her to be able to live and survive. All right. Let's see what else they're saying over here. The article also appeared to hint at Ericka's Real Housewives of Beverly Hills salary. Miss Girardi is likely earning more than $600,000 from her turn this year on the show. Okay, from her time on the show, she made about $600,000. Some part of me don't believe that. That could very well be true. I'm like, all this time Ericka has put into the show, I would have expected her to be making well over $1 million, but maybe not. Okay, but that's where they're saying that she is right now. So there you have it. Her salary has been revealed, and the unaired footage is definitely being subpoenaed. Girl, y'all know how I feel about this with Miss Ericka. We hope everything continues to go well for her child, hopefully, and these victims can get their money. But either way, girl, good luck. Okay, let's go ahead and move on to Miss Adrienne Bailon. We got to get on Miss Adrienne, okay? Now, Adrienne, if you all are not aware, she is one of the co-hosts on The Real along with Garcelle of Beverly Hills, okay? Of Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. Both of these ladies are co-hosts. Now, y'all know tonight, the reunion, part 1 of Real Housewives Beverly Hills will be coming on tonight. And they've been circulating a few of the previews around the town, okay? All over social media. Well, we got wind of a clip between Dorito, okay, and Miss Garcelle, and Dorit was getting real fly with my girl Garcelle, and Garcelle seemed like she was maintaining her composure. My girl Poise would have had to go out the door for just a little bit for Miss Dorit. And obviously Miss Adrienne feels the way a lot of the fans feel, because once this clip circulated, she decided to get under the comments and she had some things to say. And y'all go ahead and get into what Miss Adrienne had to say about Miss Dorit, okay? So this clip surfaces, and you can see what Dorit is really like. Garcelle, let me talk. Garcelle, let me talk. First of all, ma'am, who is you yelling at? Who you raising your voice at, okay? Miss Adrienne got into the comments, and she says, listen, oh, I shouldn't watch this. Tell Dorito to pipe down. Who does she think she's talking to? Now I want to fight. And it's 8:22 in the morning. I'm choosing violence today after watching this clip. I'm pissed. She also goes on to say, this show will end up sending my ass to Bad Girls Club or jail. You are better than me. Dead ass. First of all, I'm shocked. I am shocked that this is coming out of Miss Adrienne's mouth. Y'all know Miss Adrienne definitely tries her best to keep herself poised. We don't see her snap off on social media or anything like that for the most part. So to see her get up under them comments, I had to look again. I said, are we sure this is Miss Adrienne? Are we sure this is her? Girl, because she don't do stuff like that. But she was feeling it in that moment. And I cannot blame her, because Dorit definitely brings those type of emotions out of you. And because Garcelle ain't getting crazy, it makes you want to get crazy for her. But Garcelle, you're going to have to stand in this on your own. Okay, girl, you're going to have to stand in this and check her accordingly. I did not disagree with anything that Adrienne had to say. I think Dorit will definitely make some things turn into Bad Girls Club. Okay, but I highly respect the composure that Garcelle does keep when she's with Miss Girl, and she doesn't get out of line to, want to slap her down or anything, and she even has strong control and a stronghold over her mouth to not get back fly with this lady when this lady gets disrespectful with her. But I would have had to let it go just a little bit. The choppers would have had to sing for just a little bit with Miss Dorit, okay, with Miss Dorito. And I'm hoping that when we watch this reunion, we don't see Garcelle give Lisa a lot of the work and not give some of that work to Dorit. right? So we're just going to see how all of this is going to play out with the upcoming reunion. Y'all leave y'all thoughts and comments down below about everything that I discussed today on the quick chat and how you all are feeling about Miss Crystal. Okay, her not wanting Miss Lisa Vanderpump around. Okay, y'all let me know y'all thoughts on Kyle and her eventually having to quit the show, and whether or not y'all think it's gonna be her decision, and also if she friends with Ericka for real. Let me know your thoughts about Ericka and these unaired tapes, this unaired footage getting subpoenaed, and also chime in below and let me know what side you on when it comes to Miss Adrienne having to give her 2 cents on Miss Dorit. Okay, that's all I got. I'm Jamie, that's me. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share my videos, follow me on Instagram and Twitter, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.